Hey, welcome to Sunshine Haze. I am Aja A. As you see tarot cards on your screen, you know it's time for a reading, but this time it is not a new moon reading. This is actually a video I wanted to get up like last month. Luckily for me, the fall lasts for a couple of months. So this is your autumn equinox reading. This is covering September, October, November, December, literally the beginning of fall to the end of fall. And because I do, my readings based on like the moons, we're talking about Libra, Scorpio, Sagittarius seasons, so just keep that in mind. This video is for my fellow water sisters and brothers, my Pisces. So before we even get started, Pisces sun, Pisces moon, Pisces rising. If you feel like what I'm saying in this video is not resonating with you, that means this video ain't for you. So go on and check out your moon and or rising sign, and I do have a link down in the description box to a playlist with all of those videos in it, okay? What else? As I always do, what video should y'all be watching? This is a fall reading, so this reading is like timeless through the fall seasons. So at any given time during the fall when you're watching this, you are either going to want to watch the Libra, Scorpio, or Sagittarius new moon and corresponding tarot forecast videos. And then if you're trying to look up the full moons, you're going to want to watch the Aries, the Taurus, or the Gemini. Aries, Taurus, Gemini, full moon videos. And yes, so yeah. Oh, also, Venus is in retrograde still, so and that planet is affecting us the most as far as the retrograde period goes. So go on and check that video out as well. And I've got all those links to all those videos that I just talked about will be down in the description box. As they go up, if it's not there for some reason, I forget to put it in there, you can just click on, my channel, and it's all there for you guys. I keep my channel pretty organized, so it should be easy to find, but I'll have them in the description box. All right, Pisces, this reading is for the fall season, so we're going to be looking at the energy for you guys. Also going to be looking at, because we're talking about the fall, what kind of change and transformation is coming in for you guys over these next few months. And then lastly, as I always do, a little soul message for you, something extra for y'all to take along with you from this reading, okay? I'm going to go ahead and finish shuffling these cards, see what's popping for Pisces. Pisces sun, Pisces moon, Pisces rising. I got emotion and intellect flying out of the deck. Did that focus? Somewhat. Okay. Emotion and intellect, and then also the youth flying out of the deck. So Pisces, what that is telling me is that a lot of you are carrying around a lot of emotional baggage, and that emotional baggage is in turn clouding your headspace. This card talks about releasing it. Pisces, you need to release it, and the best message that I get for this card, because you have the youth card coming up, and this talks about embarking along on our own journeys. So you have to release whatever this energy is, Pisces, without the support of other people around you. This is actually your battle, your shit to work through. So just know that, there's something new for you to come into, but you're coming into it independently. You're coming into it on your own. Am I even putting the cards on the screen? I'm sorry, y'all. Coming into it on your own, but you've got to release these things. You've got to release first, and after you release, you'll be able to embark along that journey, but you've got to understand that this is something that you have to do for yourself and by yourself, okay? All your friends can't come. That's actually not the message, but other people can't solve your problems for you. That's basically the message coming out with that emotion and intellect in the youth card, okay, Pisces? So let's go on and finish shuffling and see what these cards really have to say. All right, let's cut the deck. Okay, Pisces, cool. I guess. All right, y'all. Let's go on. My nose is itching. Sorry, y'all. Let's go on and get this started. The message that came up beforehand ties into this card. So you got the Two of Water coming up in your spread as far as the energy goes. And because you had those cards fall out prior to talking about, you know, being clouded by your emotional investments and emotional attachments, on top of, you know, needing to embark upon a journey independently, you got the Two of Water coming up. And water is the element that deals with love, it deals with spirituality, it deals with lust, you know, all of that stuff. The Two of Water coming up in the position of the energy for you, Pisces, is actually pointing to a message of codependency. So for a lot of you, you may be in a space to where you are moving away from something that you are just emotionally attached to. And that could be a relationship, that could be a job that you put a lot of time and energy into, that could be friends, familiar relations. It just depends. Something that you have this connection to, a lot of you are moving away from it. And again, this is a general reading, so if you're like, I don't know, bitch, go on and click out of the video now and just watch another one. A lot of you guys are moving away from something that you once had a very intense connection with. And with that being said, this is a 2, but it looks like an 11 because it's Roman numerals. So I want to put in a little message there about this being an 11 year. This is a soulmate year. But with that being said, we are not supposed to be rocking with our soulmates for longer than we've set up soul contracts for. So for a lot of you, moving out of whatever this situation may be may leave you in a space where you're feeling like, I don't know how to function. Because whenever you have such an intense connection, whether it's a person or a job or a place or whatever, whenever you have such a deep, intense connection to something, it is very hard to remove yourself. And so it talks about codependency. So Pisces, this being the energy for you, a lot of you are in this energy of trying to figure out how to find your own footing on your own again, or without the support of whatever it is that you were previously involved in. And with that being said, this card is coming up as part of the energy to say, hey, listen, Pisces, like, all that was cool. You guys are water. I'm a water sign too, so I'm okay. I can say this. You guys are water, so y'all can be clingy. Y'all can be clingy, and you guys are also Pisces, so you can be mad manipulative. The Two of Water is saying, Pisces, come out of that. You actually don't need to cling on to anything or anybody to do the things that you need to do. You've got the Death and Rebirth card coming up after this card, which I'm going to talk about in a second. But what's coming up for you during this fall, Pisces, is not anything that you can do with anybody or do while you have so much of your energy invested into something that is not literally your change and transformation, okay? Coming up in the second position in this spread is the Death and Rebirth card. And so this is the Death card in this spread, but this also comes with the energy of not just cycles ending, but preparing you for new cycles to come in. And this is the transformation for you. So Pisces, a lot of you during this fall season, like I said, you're going to be moving away from something. So a lot of you, this may not have happened yet. So some of y'all might be dealing with some breakups in these next couple of months. Some of you guys might not necessarily be dealing with that, but be feeling like how I talk about the full moons, you might be feeling like you are in the beginning of the end of something if you haven't already felt that energy. And that energy coming in for you is putting you into this Two of Water space where you're like, oh, no, but I like what's going on. I don't want that to end. I need that to stay here. No matter how dysfunctional or how off the wall it is, you're like, no, like, wait, I want to keep this because I love it. You got the Death and Rebirth card and your change and transformation. And so Pisces, that comes with a lot of messages in regards to the Two of Water, whatever you've been depending on, whatever you've been lending your energy into, certain cycles need to end. This also talks about your habits, because you got the perception card on the other side of it. This talks about your perspective as well. So it's a lot of shit, Pisces, that you need to stop and cease and end during this fall season. And it's a lot of things that are going to be coming to the surface that you are going to know, you're going to feel. You guys are the water sign. You guys are actually considered the most spiritual of all the signs. You guys are the most intuitive. You guys are going to feel, you're going to know what needs to be snipped, and you're going to know why it needs to be snipped. With that being said, Pisces, as I was talking about with the soulmates, any cycle that is supposed to be ending, again, remember I talk about divine timing a lot, so when cycles are ending, know that they're supposed to be ending. Any cycle that's supposed to be ending, that you are combative about ending, that you are trying to stop from ending, please understand that it is just going to put you in an even more chaotic space. I think the last tarot reading I did for you guys, you had, was it the Five of Fire come out, and I was talking about creating your own chaos. Pisces, you do not need to create a whirlpool for yourself to get sucked into. Just whatever is moving through your life and is being shown to you that it needs to be released or you need to let go, Pisces, let it go. I talk about all the time Saturn being in Capricorn, because that's a very prominent energy that we're working with throughout these next couple of years. Crumbling foundations. Foundations are crumbling to make space for us to build new pillars. So Pisces, you've got to let some of those foundations crumble. You've got to resonate in the death side of this card so that you can build new pillars, so that you can come into the rebirth portion of this card. Just because something is ending, it doesn't mean that the world is over. When one thing ends, it means something new is beginning. Okay, Pisces, and that is your transformation. That is for you to understand during this fall season that things are changing because they have to and because they need to, and those changes are happening because they're making space for you to fall into alignment with your own life purpose and with whatever you need to do and whatever you need to be around to help you live your best life, okay? Now, going into the last card in this spread, as I was talking about, you got the Perception card. And the Perception card is coming up in the Soul Message card. And so the first thing that I get for this card, Pisces, for you guys is things are not what you think they are. Things are not as bad as you think they are. Things can change. So what's going on here? Sorry, sometimes. This Two of Cups, this codependency, this feeling like, oh, I can't move away from this because I put so much into it, is all about the way that you're thinking about things. What's really keeping you attached to that, aside from the fact that you want to be, that you feel like in your mind that you need to be? You know what I'm saying? What's keeping you from ending these cycles? The fact that you don't want them to end because you don't think they should end. So this card, this coming up in the Soul Message position, Pisces, is saying, listen, everything that's happening around you during this time, especially because all of the change that is happening, you've got to be mindful about the way that you're thinking about things. If you think about things in a negative light, did I say this in this video? I don't know. Probably not. But if you think about things in a negative light, I say this all the time, our thoughts and our words are very powerful. Thinking negatively can in turn make your physical a very negative space. So it is all about perspective. That is one of my personal mantras. All about perspective, all about perception. It's all about the way that you're looking at things. And if you're looking at these changes in a bad light, well, guess what? The change that comes from it, the things that happen following it, are going to look bad to you too. Because you've already put into your head that this is a bad thing, this is a bad change. If you look at things in a positive light, what's going to come afterwards? Positive results from the positive change, Pisces. So you've got to shift the way that you're thinking about things. You've got to remove some of your cords of attachment. Do research before you do all that. And you've got to allow the cycles of life to come in and cycle, okay? You've got to allow life to just play out as it will, because it's supposed to for you. And things are going to be okay for you, Pisces. Understand that, but just know that things are not okay so long as you continue to create your own chaos and create your own, just wild spaces. You don't have to resonate in this Two of Water energy right now. That's actually not what's for you to be resonating in. The Two of Water on the positive side will come back around for you, okay, Pisces? Right now it's all about letting what needs to go, so that you can bring in what needs to be there, all right? All right, Pisces. I hope that those cards brought you some insight. Look at that. This has been a very prominent card for everybody. There's a Four of Air for you guys. Four of Air coming up on the bottom of the deck, and this is a card that talks about dropping the dead weight and removing negative influences. And in regards to negative influences, this could be you, Pisces. You need to remove your own negative influence over your own life. So you need to stop thinking about things in such a negative light, and you need to stop acting in ways that put you on the shadow side of your sign, if that makes sense, okay? All right, Pisces. I hope those cards brought you some insight. I hope that, can help you move through the fall. if you hope for them too. If you feel like you need a more in-depth reading or you just want a personal reading, you can go on and book one with me through my Etsy shop. I've got a link down in the description box below to that site. What else? If you like the video, go on and give me a little thumbs up. Give me a little thumbs up. I appreciate you. If you have any questions or comments, go on and drop them down below. I do check my channel every day. I will respond to you so long as it's not negative. If it's negative, just don't waste my time or your time, honestly. What else? Comment. If you have any Pisces friends or people with a lot of Pisces placements in their charts, or anybody trying to creep up on their little Pisces bae, go on and send them this video, help them get their best lives together. And then also subscribe, you guys. If you're still listening to me talk, what are we at? 15 minutes in, 16 minutes in. Go on and hit the subscribe button so you can keep up with when I put out more videos of me talking. So you can keep up with when I put out new tarot videos, new videos about the lunations, retrogrades, whatever I feel moved to talk about. And yeah, if you have any friends that are into astrology and tarot, please have them subscribe too. I am actually very close to having my channel and my videos monetized. And for those of y'all that don't know, I put up all of these videos for free, and I enjoy doing these readings, but it would be hella cool to also get a little bread behind it, you know what I'm saying? So help a young sister out and share my channel. Tell people to subscribe. I get a lot of good feedback, so I feel like they might be happy if you send them a link to my channel. I think that's it. Like, comment, share, subscribe. Thank you guys so much, Pisces, for watching. I will see y'all next time.